Episode 309. Some Storytelling. The Grand Elder, named Master Chandler, stood on top of the wall that bordered the city, looking out on the crowd that had formed below. He protected the outer border of the city, and everyone had absolute confidence in him. The Empress was very relieved that he had arrived. She knew that with his advanced cultivation, he was strong enough to help her from even miles away. "Please use your skills to defeat this rascal," the Emperor said. "His bloodline power is very strong, and his cat seems to have some kind of hidden power as well." Master Chandler stood silently for a while assessing the scene. He knew that it would be better to make a plan before rushing into action. The fact that Bobby had managed to kidnap the Empress in the first place warned him that the situation could be more complex than it seemed. He also knew that if things went badly, and the Empress ended up hurt, relations between the Imperials and the Connor family would be seriously damaged. The Empress served as a link between the two families, and without her, they would lose the Connor family's support. Without this support, they would be left vulnerable from attacks to the Iron Blood clan. Despite the seriousness of the situation, Bobby remained calm. Loki continued holding the Mystic Serpent Whip to make sure that the Empress didn't escape. Strangely, he seemed to be totally unaffected by the power of the Grand Elder's aura. "If you release the Empress immediately, I'll think about letting you live," Master Chandler told Bobby threateningly. Just the power of his voice alone would have been enough to cause many people losing their mental balance. Bobby also felt the effect but used his left eye to stabilize himself. Although Master Chandler had more than enough power to defeat Bobby, he knew that there were other things that he had to take into consideration. The Empress was tied up with a weapon from the Great Moon Pirate, and if he attacked, Bobby might decide to kill her before accepting defeat. And as all was this going on, the Empress had been lying on the Flying Iris shield. Secretly, however, she has been working to restore her energy and gain control of the depletion enchantment. A long time has passed since the Great Moon Pirate had created enchantment, and her skills and strength had improved since then. Without enough effort, she was sure that she could overcome it. However, she had miscalculated one thing. Aside from the enchantment, the Mystic Serpent Whip was also continuing to deplete her energy. No matter how hard she tried, she couldn't deal with both things at once. Seeing that she wouldn't succeed, she tried a different tactic. "Would you like to hear a story?" she asked Bobby. "If you want, I can explain why I want to kill you so much." "Sure," Bobby replied, although he was suspicious. The Empress's charms were very powerful, and he felt drawn in. "Once, there was a wise man who decided to accept 3 women as his disciples," she began, speaking softly so that no one except Master Chandler could hear. "Each disciple had to choose which path they wanted to master. The first chose the path of enlightenment, the second the path of charm, and the third the path of enlightenment." "I've heard this story before," Bobby thought but didn't say anything. "The wise man had special plans for each of the 3 disciples," she continued. "One of the disciples happened to fall in love with a handsome man from a faraway village. This wasn't part of her teacher's plans, however, and in the end, she decided to leave the man and return to her own city and family. This is the first reason that I was so angry with you," she said. Bobby guessed that the Empress was talking about herself and that the faraway village was actually the 13 clans. The handsome man was obviously Mr. Hayden. The Empress had reacted so strongly to the letter because it brought back old memories of her ex-lover who she left behind. Since she was now the Empress and part of the Imperial family, allowing those memories to affect her would have been both painful and dangerous. Her immediate reaction had been to lash out at Bobby since he was the one who had delivered the letter. "There's also a second reason," she continued. "You were engaged to Louisa, who happens to be my enemy. A girl I know, who also is very talented in martial arts as a student, died because of her. She's very vengeful," Bobby thought. "I can understand why she's angry, but wanting to kill me is a bit too much." "At first," she continued, I had wanted to hide my connection with Mr. Hayden from you. If I had done that, I probably would have let you go, even though I was really upset. But then you gave me the jade petal. I knew you were linked to the Great Moon Pirate and had come to take revenge in his name. When the depletion enchantment started to affect me, I knew I had to kill you. I couldn't have known that the petal was infused with the depletion enchantment, Bobby said. If I had wanted to, I could have taken advantage of you in any way I desired, but I didn't. When your assistant attacked me, however, I had no choice left except to defend myself and kidnap you. Although what Bobby said made sense, the Empress did not say anything. She had actually been trying to distract him while she recovered enough vital energy to escape. Seeing that he had relaxed, she made her move. Bobby was too fast for her, though. He released a ray of lightning from his palm just strong enough to stop her escape. At the same time, Loki tugged on the rope and tightened it to prevent her from moving. The energy that she had regained dissipated, and the depletion enchantment took control of her again. Master Chandler still didn't react. At that moment, Bobby's Iron Blood token began to shine. The Iron Blood clan is coming, he thought excitedly. I knew I could count on them to help me. A golden carriage decorated with the symbol of a blood dragon and 2 crossing swords appeared over the hill in a distance. It was being carried by full cultivators of the true human rank. Seeing this, Master Chandler and the other experts all became worried. Lord Tate, are you really going to waste your energy defending this nobody? Master Chandler said, his powerful voice echoing for miles around. Lord Tate ignored him and flew over to greet Bobby. Only after confirming that he was okay did he speak with Master Chandler. Bobby is a respectful friend of the Iron Blood clan, he said. I know him well enough to assure you that he wasn't the one to attack first. Empress Louisa's situation is her own fault. She was the one who tried to kill Bobby. He was only trying to defend himself. Although Lord Tate's cultivation was slightly weaker than Master Chandler's, the Wheel of Light and Shadow had given him other powers, which weren't to be taken lightly. Master Chandler had no desire to get in a fight with him. If you're ready to forget about everything that has happened today and let Bobby walk free, then he will also let the Empress go, Lord Tate said. Otherwise, I will order all my cultivators from the True Lord realm to attack. And of course, I will join them too. Master Chandler felt humiliated but had no choice but to agree to Lord Tate's proposal. Lord Tate then indicated to Bobby that he should release the Empress. With that, Loki let go of the Mystic Serpent Whip, and she slowly got up to walk away.